Vietnam.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Rival now sit half-occupied, with restaurants and shops operating far below capacity. Quoc, once expected to become Vietnam's next global tourism powerhouse, now faces a quieter reality. Glittering resorts operate with fewer guests, and beachfront promenades feel peaceful rather than energetic. Locals whisper that the high season no longer feels high at all. Weeks that once overflowed with visitors now pass with steady yet modest foot traffic. Beyond the beaches, the emotional effects ripple through communities. Vietnam's hospitality is legendary, but rising economic pressure has added stress behind the scenes. Smiles remain warm, yet visitors subtly sense the weight behind them. The emotional ease that once made Vietnam so memorable now feels slightly more restrained. Nightlife also tells its own story. Quoc's once bustling night markets now carry a softer, slower pace as vendors wait longer between sales. Bars that used to thrive on tourism now face unpredictable evenings. Some offer steep discounts to attract guests, while others reduce hours to cut costs. Hoi An's nights, once iconic for their electricity and color, feel gentler and more reflective. The lanterns still glow, but the crowds that gave them life have thinned dramatically. Even major tourist spots feel the change. The Marble Mountains, Bana Hills, and My Sun Sanctuary all see fewer visitors than in previous peak years. Bana Hills, famous for the golden bridge that dominated social media, now operates without the long queues that defined its popularity. Wide viewing platforms feel almost empty beneath the mountain mist. The shift isn't simply about numbers, it's about emotion. Travelers describe Vietnam in 2025 as beautiful but unexpectedly quiet. Some appreciate the tranquility, but many feel like the country they saw online doesn't match the quiet reality before them. This disconnect shapes future travel decisions more than people realize. Social media only intensifies this problem by creating dreamlike expectations that Vietnam cannot consistently replicate. Travelers arrive expecting vibrancy and chaos, but instead find a country in transition. When expectations don't match the experience, travelers hesitate to recommend the destination, subtle but powerful damage to long-term tourism health. Repeat visitors, once a major asset for Vietnam, are becoming less frequent. Many travelers love the country, but don't feel the same pull to return now that prices have risen and authenticity feels harder to find. The community impact of Vietnam's tourism slowdown is felt far beyond the beaches and city centers. Families who built entire livelihoods around the travel boom now navigate quieter days with a mix of resilience and uncertainty. In smaller towns and rural regions, the decline feels even more personal. Homestays that once hosted backpackers from around the world now sit half-empty, leaving hosts with memories instead of guests. Eco-tourism projects that flourished during Vietnam's rise struggle to maintain momentum. Guides who once led daily tours now wait for bookings that are fewer and further between. These communities are deeply connected to the rhythm of tourism, not just financially but emotionally. Visitors bring stories, laughter, and shared experiences that locals genuinely enjoy. When those interactions disappear, something meaningful is lost. The silence is not just economic, it is cultural. Across the country, rapid development compounds the challenge. New resorts, airports, highways, and megaprojects continue to rise, even as demand softens. This creates moments where Vietnam feels caught between two identities. The unfinished transition leaves some travelers feeling unsure of what the country wants to be. In places like Da Nang, stunning luxury towers stand beside neighborhoods still defined by local rhythms. The contrast can be visually striking but emotionally confusing. Similarly, Phu Quoc's ambitious transformation into a major tourism hub remains incomplete. Vast developments sit underutilized, echoing a vision that hasn't fully come to life. Travelers sense this mismatch between aspiration and reality. And when a destination feels unsure of itself, visitors feel unsure too. Vietnam's emotional charm has always been its deepest strength, the warmth of its people, the richness of its culture, and the intimacy of its landscapes built a loyal global following. But in the push for modernization, some of that intimacy became harder to access. Tourists now navigate curated experiences instead of the organic authenticity that once defined their journeys. Even food tourism, a major reason many visit, has shifted subtly. Traditional markets face pressure from newer, more polished venues that lack the soul of their predecessors. This isn't inherently bad, but it changes the emotional tone of travel. Some travelers leave feeling like they glimpsed Vietnam but didn't fully connect with it. Transportation adds another layer of challenge. While highways have improved, public transit remains inconsistent, adding friction for visitors seeking seamless movement. The lack of direct flights from key Western cities also affects convenience. In a world where simplicity matters, even one extra transfer can push travelers toward easier destinations. Despite these challenges, Vietnam remains stunning. Its landscapes, from Ha Long Bay to Sapa to the Mekong Delta, still carry a beauty that feels almost sacred. The country's cultural depth is unmatched, offering experiences travelers can't find anywhere else. But these strengths must be presented with clarity and warmth to rebuild momentum. The tourism downturn of 2025 isn't a collapse, it's a correction. It's a shift that reveals the weaknesses Vietnam overlooked during its rapid boom. But every downturn contains opportunity, and Vietnam's potential remains enormous. This quiet phase gives the country a chance to recalibrate and rediscover its identity. A new tourism narrative could emerge from this stillness. One built not on low prices or rapid development, but on emotional connection, cultural authenticity, and meaningful experiences. Travelers around the world are craving slower, deeper journeys. They want destinations that speak to their hearts, not just their cameras. Vietnam can offer exactly that when it leans into its strengths. The warmth of local communities, the simplicity of everyday life, and the authenticity of its traditions are powerful assets. If Vietnam recenters its tourism around its cultural soul, it will reconnect with travelers on a deeper level. Emotional tourism always outlasts trend-based tourism. Visitors walking through the quieter streets of Hoi An or Da Nang now experience a version of Vietnam that feels intimate and almost nostalgic. It's a glimpse of what made the country beloved before it became trendy. This intimacy could become Vietnam's greatest advantage. In a region filled with crowded tourist hubs, Vietnam's quiet beauty offers a refreshing alternative. The question is how Vietnam chooses to move forward. Will it continue chasing large-scale development or embrace a balanced path rooted in authenticity and cultural pride? The answer will shape its future for decades. But if history is any indication, Vietnam's resilience runs deep, and its ability to reinvent itself is remarkable. Travelers who return in the coming years may discover a Vietnam that feels more grounded, more soulful, and more connected than ever. This period of quiet may be exactly what the country needs to realign its identity. Vietnam's beaches may be empty today, but emptiness brings clarity. It reveals what matters, what needs to be rebuilt, and what should be preserved. The world will rediscover Vietnam in its own time. And when it does, it won't be because of low prices or viral photos. It will be because the country found its way back to its heart. The true story of Vietnam's tourism isn't the decline you see in 2025. It's the rebirth that's quietly taking shape beneath the surface, waiting for the right moment to rise again.